What's up, y'all? Just got finished with day 1 of conference championships. This is my last time running at the Centennial Conference Indoor Championships. I've had a interesting history with this meet my freshman year. I got injured in the DMR running the 400 leg, and I was not able to compete for the rest of the year. My sophomore year, I came into the meet already with an injury, so I wasn't able to run at that meet either. And then last year, I had a pretty poor performance at conferences. So there hasn't been, a lot of positive things to say about my own performance at conferences, but conferences is always one of the best meets of the year. It's the only meet where you get to compete with all your other teammates, and everyone brings the energy. Everyone is always so positive and supporting each other in every single event. The facility that we compete at has a pretty cool overhang, which allows all the spectators to get a view of the whole track pretty much, and all the field events, the throws cage, the long jump pit, the high jump pit, the pole vault mat. So it's a really great viewing experience, which it has been the case for me for most of my conference championships. But this year I really get to get my foot on the line and go out there and compete. Today I ran the 60 prelims, and I snuck in as the last person to qualify for the finals tomorrow. Matched my PR in a 7.10. Technically, it wasn't the best race I could have executed. Straight off the bat, I had a pretty bad start. I just didn't have enough tension between me and the blocks, and so I got beat out the blocks by pretty much everyone else in my heat. I was able to have a decent drive phase, but part of my poor start was the fact that I popped right up, and so because of that, I wasn't able to hold my drive phase for as long. So that could have definitely gone differently and made the race go differently, but I was still able to hit a pretty decent top end speed and maintain that for the rest of my race. And so pretty happy about the match PR, but also super grateful about making the finals, because in a race like the 60, so many things can go wrong, and I barely snuck into the finals by a 100th of a second. The next guy ran 7:11, so I could have been next man out just like that. But definitely super grateful that I was able to make the finals and get some points for the team tomorrow. Tomorrow I'll be running the 400, the 60 finals, and the 4x4, and so I got quite the gauntlet coming up, but it's gonna be fun. In the 400, the main goal is to just go out there and win the heat, and if that happens, then I'm set up to score some big points for the team, and that's what matters. And in the 60 finals, it'll be interesting because it's 50 minutes after the 50 minutes after the 400, and so I might be pretty gassed out by the time that I'm running the 60 finals. But we'll just go out there, we'll try to execute, especially on the things that I wasn't able to execute on today. Working on that block start, projecting out, staying low, getting those arms out instead of popping my head up. So those are the big things that I'll try to execute on tomorrow, and if I run well, I run well. And if not, it's not the end of the world. For the rest of the night, pretty much just chilling at the hotel, maybe getting some work done, working on editing some videos, and then, gonna get a good night's sleep, get that rest and recovery, and then we'll be back at it tomorrow morning. So, yeah, see you guys then.
Get out, Josh! Get out, Josh!
Alright, so despite Diego screaming at me to get out, I did not in fact get out. And I think this was the biggest pitfall in my race. So as you can see right here, the runner on my inside made it to stagger within 100 meters. So once we hit the cut-in, he's a good 5 meters ahead of me. At this point in the race, I'm panicking a little bit because I hadn't expected to be gapped by this much. On the back curve, I knew I had to start my kick or else I wouldn't be able to catch him. Unfortunately, he just had too much of a lead and he was still pulling away. In the end, I was disappointed about how I executed my race, but that's just how indoor fours are. If you don't get out, then you get left behind. I really had no expectations for the 60 finals. I had just run the 400 30 minutes earlier, so my legs were completely fried. My mentality going in as the 8th seed was just to catch someone, and that's exactly what I did. I pushed out, got up to top speed, and then as we neared the finish line, I got a runner on the lead. The 4x4 isn't pictured, and I don't know if anyone got a video of it, but it was a hot mess. To start off with, Cletty's calves cramped midway through his run, and so going into the second leg, we're in second to last place. Spencer has a crazy leg, bringing us back to third, and Samson holds his own, bringing us through in fourth. When I get the baton, I pretty much just send it. All that's going through my head is to get us into medaling contention, which is being in the top 3 teams. I come through the first lap in 22.9, and remember, this is on a flat track, so the curves are devious. Coming into the second lap, I pass one of the teams in front of us. At this point, I'm thinking that we're safely in medaling contention, but that's when the atmosphere shifts. The crowd starts going wild, and with 75 meters to go, I can feel someone on my outside shoulder. Coming down the home stretch, I'm fighting with everything that I have, but as we get closer to the finish, the runner who beat me in the open 400 passes me and nicks me at the line. Standing there, everything comes crashing down with the realization that this is the last indoor track race of my career. And for it to end that way, I was devastated. It took me a while for me to process all the thoughts and emotions swimming through my head. But once I did, I came out with a message for my teammates. And this is what I wrote. Dear Hopkins Sprint Squad, I've been reflecting on this meet and my indoor track and field career as a whole, and I just want to say I'm so grateful for you all. As some of you know, I was pretty emotional after the 4x4, and the only reason for that is because of how much you all mattered to me. Knowing that race was potentially the last one of my indoor career, I ran my heart out for the other 3 men on the relay, so when I came up short, I was devastated. It sucks when you give something your all and come up short, but as Spencer says, such is life. I didn't write this all just to give myself a pity party though. I wanted to genuinely express my thanks to all of you for being a part of my track experience. I started track because of the awesome people I met through the sport, and I continue to do so despite 2 years of injury troubles because of my teammates here at Hopkins. I want to encourage you all to tell the people around you how much they mean to you. We have such a special group here, and we shouldn't take that for granted. As a certified UNC now, I can say this. Time moves fast, and if you don't take the opportunity now to thank those around you, you might never get the chance. I'm so proud of how every single one of you fought these last 2 days. Whether the meet went the way you wanted to or not, or even if you were sitting on the sidelines watching, I know you all gave it your all for these team victories and individual performances to happen. For all those folks who were injured this meet, there is a light at the end of the tunnel. In my first 2 years at Hopkins, I was able to run a total of 2 races at conferences, of which I came out healthy in only one of them. Hold on to that desire to compete right now, because it makes you truly grateful for when you can actually compete. Once again, so grateful for having the opportunity to compete for you all. We're not finished yet either. Let's go dominate outdoors. Love you all, Jack.
Questions of science, science and progress, do not speak as loud as my heart. Tell me you love me, come back and haunt me. Oh, when I rush to the start, running in circles, chasing tails, coming back as we are. Nobody said it was easy. Oh, it's such a shame for us to part. Nobody said it was easy. No one ever said it would be so hard. I'm going back to the start.